Hi everyone, I'm shooting this video to start adding people to the 𝘠𝑚𝑒𝑠𝑡𝑒𝑟 multi-sig wallet for bucket one of this platform or this asset that's going to be, that is slowly evolving. So, we started this project about 6 months ago, just over 6 months ago, and we've been building or putting on all the foundations and working out how to deal with technology that's still evolving. And so we've come to the point where we're going to push forward with this platform in a hybrid holochain and Ethereum style until we can move purely over to holochain patterns. So this is the investor engine, and the idea is it's going to manage investor funds sitting on REA accounting eventually. And at the moment, we are going to start managing, we're going to slice up this platform, and there's been a number of people that have been working in this platform. And we've split up the platform into actually 6 buckets. Bucket 1 is the pre-crowd sale workers, and there's a bunch of members that I'm going to add in this video to that wallet. Bucket 2 has its own wallet. Bucket 3 is the public crowd sale investors, where we're putting 40% of the asset in that bucket. Bucket 4 is the post-crowd sale workers. Bucket 5 is the management company, and bucket 6 is an REA bucket to help support up more projects developing on Holo REA. And this is a private video right now, so this video is not public, it's not going to go public, but I want to get your feedback on all of it. And at the moment, if we look at bucket 1, so we've built this little bucket manager, so we've started creating bucket contracts, Ethereum contracts for bucket 1 and bucket 2. And if we have a look at this bucket at the moment, we've got 4 members, Santiago, myself, Dan, and myself again, just for testing. We've got a pending transaction to remove one of my accounts, obviously because I can should only have one wallet in here, but I'm just going to leave it right now just for the demonstrations of this video. And we need to add, there's actually 12 people that are meant to be part of this bucket. And so we've obviously got Tom in there, we've got Santiago, we haven't got Eduardo in there yet, so I'm going to go ahead and take his Ethereum address and copy it. And what we want to do is we want to add another signer to this. So at the moment this bucket has a 2 of 4, so if we add another signer it's going to be a 2 of 5. So I'm going to go ahead and add Eduardo. Grab his address. And basically what I plan to do is as I do activities on this wallet, I'm just going to shoot and record and send it to the people. And eventually some of these videos we'll start making public and that's how we'll generate groundswell. So I'll just say, is our developer, provider. That'll do for now. How do we say is of our developer providers. And we're going to go ahead and submit this transaction. So you can see there's a history of previous transactions that we've done on bucket 1. And at the moment there's a token supply of 30. But as you can see, there's actually a token supply in this bucket 1 of 1,120. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this transaction. I'm using MetaMask, so you will need to set up MetaMask. I'm doing it from my Trezor wallet, and it's account ending in FA. And we can see here's the account ending in FA. So this wallet is able to push this transaction. So we'll go ahead and submit it. And it's saying a gas fee of 19, it's not going to be that, but I'm going to go ahead and push it anyway. And we'll put in the code. And we are now confirming on my hardware wallet. So that is submitting that transaction. Submitting transaction, and it says it is confirmed. So we should have 2 transactions there. So now we've got another transaction of the action is adding a new signer, and 𝘏𝘠𝘢 is in there, and I can revote it from this account. But what I'm going to do, just to so you can see the whole life cycle, is I'm going to log in with my other account and approve this transaction. So I'm going to switch over to my account ending in 𝙏𝙼𝙖. Which we're now on. And then I'm going to load bucket 1, which we have. And now we've got add new signer, and I'm going to go ahead and approve it. Do it on fast, confirm that. Just going to view this transaction on Etherscan. Give that a little refresh. And what have we got here? Transactions, we've done 6. We've still only got 4 members. That transaction hasn't gone through yet. So while that's going through, yeah, I just want to talk a little bit more about these videos. I'm just at the moment just sending them to real private people. The idea is to build groundswell and to show how we're splitting up this project and how it's being governed through these little multi-signature circles of people. We're actually currently building a little multi-sig system on Holochain as well, which we'll experiment with. And yeah, the idea is that these little bits of buckets will get split up and overlooked by multiple people. So as we start to change the ratios in this asset, in this 15% of this investor engine asset, which, you know, when you hold these tokens, you're holding revenue rights of value that goes through the platform, eventually managed by REA accounting. And also you have the ability to sell your asset whenever you want to. So actually I might talk about that while we're waiting. So we've created an exit strategy here as well. So anyone in this bucket, as we add all these signatories to this bucket via Ethereum, anyone can go and say, I want to finish minting, and they can go and submit a transaction, and it can sit here in pending transactions. And if enough people approve it, so at the moment on this wallet 2 people have to approve it, then that bucket is closed out for good, and we move that 15% of the asset to the public token, which is then the same ratio is split across all the owners of that pre-crowd sale work bucket, and anyone, and that goes to their Ethereum accounts, and then people can then go and sell those on exchanges. So that's the exit strategy for each bucket. So it's a mini exit strategy as we progress through each bucket. Okay, so that transaction's just confirmed. So now if we go ahead and reload bucket 1. And I mean, this is just a cool project. We can now, I'll just reload that whole page. And now we have 5 signatories. 5 members. 𝘏𝘠𝘢 is now in there as well. And it's still a 2 of 5. So 𝘏𝘠𝘢 or Santiago or Dan or the other members, as we add them, will be able to increase that signatory, so that if they feel concerned that it doesn't feel right, or they want to have more approvers on transactions, then they can do that. And the other thing is, anybody can go and take out my second account. I'm just doing it there for demonstration purposes. So I hope you like this video, guys. Definitely, this is a private video, an unlisted video on YouTube, that you can just show and demonstrate what we're doing with Investor Engine, how we're incubating projects and slicing up different assets using a hybrid of Holochain and Ethereum. And yeah, really want to see what your feedback is. I know that once we start going public with this type of stuff, it will be really easy to create groundswell, and there's going to be angry people, there's going to be upset people that we haven't done governance right, or whatever the issue is, but that's kind of good, because it just means there's going to be more eyeballs looking at all this. So yeah, keep this to yourself right now. We just want to internally refine this a little bit more. We probably put a designer skin on the front of this as well before we go public. Maybe not, maybe we won't. This is where we're at with it. But yeah, really want your feedback, guys. Also, yeah, we got to look at the privacy side as well. So there's a lot of things, but this is just internal team video for the time being. Thanks, guys.